So we all know there's always something going on in the 50 Cent universe. And today I log on to the internet and 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend, Cuban Link. Now, if you don't know, 50 Cent's last relationship lasted 2 years and it was with social media influencer Jamira Haynes. And I'm not gonna lie, she was so bad and 50 Cent was loving her and everything. But she just hit the internet this week and explains that he ended the 2-year relationship after she asked him for $10,000. Cuban Link recently shared an emotional statement. Ladies, think twice before dating someone like 50 Cent. In fact, if your partner follows him on social media, it might even be a red flag. During the 2 years we were together, he never gave me a single dollar. The only gift I ever received was a wig, which he actually asked me to return the day we broke up. It wasn't even worth $100. Cuban Link explained that she never asked him for money during the entire course of their relationship, but the one time she did, requesting $10,000, his response surprised her. He said, "You are so strong, independent woman, you don't need a man to take care of your bills. Here's $50. Feeling disappointed and hurt, she ended the relationship. His final words, she claimed, were, "I've been waiting to hear that for a long time. Please leave the wig on the table before you go." She concluded by saying, "I truly regret falling for him. Loving 50 Cent was the biggest mistake of my life. He's just extremely tight with money." Dang, 50, why is you such a savage? I remember that one song, "I don't know what you heard about me, but I can't get it out of me." But I didn't know you was that serious, bruh. Gosh. But I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't believe that this was a legitimate article until I saw 50 Cent like the post. Look right here. He liked it. So that means it was true. I'm not gonna lie though, it broke my heart when I found out that he wasn't dating her no more because they was going so strong. Like, there was so many times I seen him caked up with her and I never seen 50 Cent so happy. You gotta think about it. When have we ever seen him this happy? Like, he is showing her all this, holding her hand. He look at his look. He looking at her like, dang, she bad. That's because she fine. Like, hey, Cuban.
Why you always text me what you doing and never? I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you done show me, and especially the way I feel when you hold me. We gonna always be together, baby. That's what you told me.
I'll never forget the day that for her birthday, he bought her a Birkin bag, but it wasn't a real one. It was a Marshall's bag, and she still accepted it and loved it.
This one was from the heart, and I knew that it didn't matter, really. You know, that the money really didn't matter, so it didn't have to concentrate or do nothing too crazy. So okay. I say, you know, I'm gonna just go to Marshall's.
I'm gonna go to Marshall's. Hey, the money don't matter. That money don't matter.
Special bags. We don't need that. I do need it.
We don't need that.
We don't need that. So this one right here is for me. I want to make sure you keep that one.
Stop playing with my girlfriend.
You know, I want you to handle this with care. Make sure it's done
Handle it with care.
Handle that with care. Handle that with care.
I like it.
I'm not gonna lie, 50, you a fool for that. But she's just a real one. She took the Marshall bag home and put it in the cabinet with her other designer bags because she don't care about materialistic stuff.
Marshall's bag in my thing. Cause let me not play and act like I never used to wear bags from Marshall. It could go back here, but I mean, it's still gonna go in there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's so funny. And it's not that he was being cheap because he's done a lot of stuff for her. I'll never forget the day he bought her a Maybach and surprised her at her crib with it.
You're in on this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I'm here, but I
Pull that ribbon on that side. Mosque, deal alert! What's your key?
Oh, wait, I'm nervous. I'm shaking now.
I'm not gonna lie, you most definitely love somebody if you gonna buy him a Maybach like that. Yeah, so 50 Cent was going really hard with her, and he's going harder than her with any other girl he's been with, because prior to Cuban Link, people know he was dating Sierra, and he was also dating Vivica Fox, but he didn't do none of that for them. Look what happened when Vivica Fox heard that he was talking to Cuban Link.
One chick, everybody's like, well, if there's one chick that'll talk shit to 50 Cent, it's Vivica Fox. But can I tell you, I'm glad like that's so over. He now has a girlfriend that's beautiful, that's hot, and I'm happy for him. I hope he puts a ring on her finger and they live happily ever after. I don't wish him any ill will. Matter of fact, Tasha, my sister from Empire, is directing his new show. So,
There you go.
It's a love-hate situation.
And here's a clip of his first baby mama talking about how he was dating Sierra, and then he left Sierra for Daphne.
About how old, around what year was that though that this took place? Because I think the child, how old is
I think it was about maybe 2008, 2011, because at the time before he got with her, he was with Sierra. So he left Sierra to be with her, to be with Daphne, which I couldn't understand because Marquise loved Sierra. His family adored Sierra. And he left Sierra to be with Daphne.
You said about 2008, 2009.
No, yeah, maybe him and Sierra probably maybe 2010. I'm not sure, but I know he was with the girl Daphne maybe like 2011, 2012, somewhere around that, somewhere around here. But he's
And
definitely.
how old is Saya now?
I don't know. I would have to Google it. I don't know. I just know that him and I, he's a Virgo. I do know that. Like him and I, days apart and birthday, but I don't know how old he is. I have no clue. I'm guessing maybe 10, 11, maybe. I don't know.
So if Marquise is what, 29, 28? How old is Marquise?
28.
So they're about. So basically, it was from you to Sierra, then to your most recent.
He definitely had different holes in different area codes. Let's say if Marquise was with him, he had a different woman with him. But that's not none of my business. But Sierra was like his main girlfriend at the time, which Marquise really, really liked her. Like he always had. And by the way, it's so crazy. Marquise always expressed how much he liked Sierra. But when he met Daphne, I never forget, we were visiting New York, and his dad and Daphne was staying at his grandparents' house, and I was staying at my grandmother's house. So, he took Marquise over to his grandparents' house, whatever, little visit or whatever. And Marquise came back and he looked at me and he said, "Mommy, she's not for my father." And I said, "Well, why don't you tell you that? Tell him that he's not." She's like, "She's just." I said, "Well, what is she nice to you or did she disrespect me?" He's like, "She didn't do anything to me." She said, "She's just not for my father."
Wow, that's crazy. So 50 Cent was dating Sierra and his son was like, "No, she not the one for you." But it's crazy though, because I had no idea that they was really having a legitimate relationship like that. I know that they were in the music industry together, but I didn't think they was dating. But look at these photos. Sierra, you was ready to go to the candy shop. She do look like Olivia though. But wow, dang, Sierra, you been around the block too. So you dated Bow Wow, Future, now you wifed up by Russell. Was it like, bro? Oh my gosh. But he still ain't go as hard as he did with Cuban Link, because there was one time where everybody thought that he was engaged to Cuban Link because she just popped out one day with an engagement ring. Look at that ring. Oh my gosh. But look at her. She's so, she fine. I'm sorry. And she fit. Come on, man. I see you fit. I mean, they was going so hard that whenever they walked into a restaurant, they would start crashing, throwing plates. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, she's a keeper. And then she was showing how much she ride or die for him. she said she was representing him even when he played that crackhead role in that movie.
This is your man.
Yes,
Look at the screen.
that's mine.
And
I'm gonna stick beside him.
and that's what you're going to settle for.
I'm gonna stick beside him.
And then she made TikToks with him almost every other day.
When I tell you this man is so fine, when I tell you this man is scrump-dilly-ishous, he make me wanna, oh God. When I tell you this man.
And then when he was answering her phone call, she was beating down his door, showing that she'll get crazy over him. Yeah, man. So Cuban Link, how did 50 Cent lose you? Because guys, like, you were so bad. But yeah, what do you guys think of Cuban Link? Is Cuban Link like top tier? Did 50 Cent fumble this? What do you rate her on a scale of 1 to 10? Because she got it all. I mean, she's in the fitness. She's naturally beautiful. She don't wear a bunch of makeup. She's got body. She got her own business. She seems nice. She don't seem like she out here in the streets like that. Like, God, man. Cuban, you need to link up with me. But let us know what you guys think. Do you think 50 Cent fumbled it? Or he don't care because he 50 Cent? He'll always have another Cuban Link to replace. Let us know. Keep it locked.